In this video, I'm going to show you how you can clone a real SaaS product with zero code, from front-end website design to back-end automation using Hostinger Horizons and n8n. We'll use CoachHello.ai, which is an existing SaaS product, as an example, rebuild the entire front-end, and then tweak it to make our own. On the back end, we'll power it with an n8n AI coaching agent, so it works like a real service, not just a static site. And the best part, I'll show you how to deploy it live, so by the end of this video, you'll have a working SaaS online you can start testing right away. I'll break it down step by step, so even if you have never built anything with AI before, it'll make sense to you. So no more excuses. If you've had a SaaS idea sitting in your head, this is the video to turn it into something real. All right, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start with a quick demo to see exactly what we're going to build today, and then I'm going to go ahead and build this thing step by step with you. First of all, this is CoachHello.ai. This is an already existing SaaS. You can check it out. You can go to their website. It's called CoachHello.ai. They provide AI coaching services to companies and different enterprises as well. So what we're going to build is basically almost a clone of that, not almost. Little tweaks here, but essentially ours is going to be called Coach AI. As you can see, it says AI-powered career coaching. Discover your purpose, build your dream. So what you do is you click on Talk to an AI coach. This opens up this really beautiful chat interface where now you have the ability to chat back and forth with this career coach that is attached to a smart coaching AI agent in the backend using n8n. So what we're going to do is we're going to communicate back and forth with our webhook, and this is attached. This AI agent actually is very powerful. It has the ability to access multiple different models. As you can see, it has access to Claude Sonnet 4, Gemini 2.5 Flash, 4.1 Mini, and Perplexity. And based on whatever the person is asking from the front end, this is going to determine which one or which AI model to use. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm just going to actually zoom out a little bit. I'm going to click on Execute Workflow. As you can see right now, this is listening via the webhook. So here, all I have to do is right here. So all I have to do is type something, and this will automatically determine which model to use, and then also respond to me back in this amazing user interface that's built by Horizons. So I'm just going to say, what are the top careers in the AI field? Okay, something like that. Oops, if I can type right now. So I'm going to press enter. You'll see on the left hand side now, there you go, the n8n gets triggered, and now the AI agent is going to use a particular large language model. In this case, it used GPT 4.1 Mini. So it used that to give us the top AI careers right now. All right, so another thing is like Claude Sonnet, for example, is the most powerful large language model when it comes to coding. So if you were to type something related to coding, it will use that. Let me actually show you an example. So let me go ahead and actually grab a piece of code from here. All right, so what I said was I'm learning coding to make sure I apply for AI job. Can you tell me what this piece of coding does? And I just basically copied some random code. I just want to show you how this backend is able to actually use different models. So I'm going to click on Execute Workflow, press enter, and now you'll see this is going to use Claude Sonnet 4. Perfect, right? It's all automatic. I'm not touching it. I'm not doing anything here. It's automatically selecting the right model to use based on whatever the user is asking. So as you can see right here, it's giving me the proper answer. Now, the best thing, like I mentioned before, not only will we build this thing, but I'm going to actually show you how to deploy this, how to publish this as a website, so that way, whether you're using something like this as an inspiration or you have had an idea for SaaS, I'm going to show you how to deploy this in live website using Hostinger Horizons and the Horizons hosting platform, so that way you have a live website built. All right, so let's go ahead and get started now. All right, so we're going to build the front end using Hostinger Horizons. So Hostinger Horizons is one of the most popular vibe coding platforms. This is actually starting to become one of my favorite ones because of the fact that how cheap it is and how user-friendly it is. And also, they provide native hosting, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can get actually free hosting. So you can go ahead and scroll down here. Once you come in, you can click on the link in the description. You'll be brought right here. So these are the different popular plans that they have. Right now, they have a Black Friday sale going on, and Hostinger is one of our main channel sponsors. So we have an additional coupon that I'm going to show you that you can use. So go ahead and select any of these popular plans. If you're planning to use this for a long term, obviously the cheapest option is going to be a yearly plan. So if you select the yearly plan, let's say we go with this one, with the starter plan, I'm going to show you how you can add the coupon, and then also kind of show you how you can sign up and the whole process. So once you come here, click on the period there, All you have to do is now click on continue. So this is going to take you to registration. So I'm just going to quickly register. Okay, so after you sign up for an account, you'll be brought right here to the billing address and the payments. So this is the last step. Essentially, after this, you'll have your account set up. So go ahead and click on have a coupon and then type in AI workshop. So once you apply and then make a payment, this will give you an additional 10% off. So that way you have basically $157 plus extra 2 free months there. And on top of that, you get free business web hosting and domain name as well. Again, this is a really good deal if you're planning to use this for kind of long term. So go ahead and do that. And once you finish payment, you'll end up in the main page, what I'm going to show you in a little bit. All right. So once you make your payment and everything goes through, you log into your account, you're going to end up right exactly here. And this is your main dashboard. This is where you can now start using prompt engineering to build your front end, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to build the front end using kind of the inspiration from this Coach Hello, right? So this Coach Hello website that already exists, because I kind of like the look and feel of this. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and come up with I already came up with a prompt, but you can use ChatGPT or something to come up with a initial prompt, because you don't want to waste your prompts when it comes to these vibe coding platforms. So go ahead and use ChatGPT. What I did was I'm going to my AI workshop community here, because I already have this prompt setup here. So I'm just going to basically copy this, and I'm going to explain exactly what this is and how you can use this yourself. So let me just copy this here. And I'm going to go back to my hosting or horizons, and here I'm going to paste it. One thing that I'm going to change is, because all of this, as you saw during the demo, we're sending the information to our AI agent in the backend. I'm going to make sure that I'm changing the webhook here, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna explain exactly what this code looks like, or what this initial prompt is, so that way you can just copy it. So I'm just gonna get rid of this right here, and then I'm gonna head over to my n8n. You can sign up for a free n8n account. You can click on the link in the description. n8n is a no-code platform, if you're not familiar with it, where you can create AI agents. It's kind of like a drag and drop platform. All right, so once you create your free account, you're gonna come right here. This will be your canvas. We want to add a webhook, so that way we're communicating back and forth between our hosting or horizons front end and n8n's AI agent in the back end. So you're going to click on add first step. This is going to open up this trigger and all these different options you have available. I'm going to search for webhook. There you go. So I'm just going to click on this webhook. Now this is going to open up my webhook trigger right here. So first things first, like I said, I just need to copy that webhook URL. So I'm just going to double click on this. So let me expand this a little bit so you can see it better. There you go. All right, that's good. So one thing is, I'm going to change the HTTP method from GET to POST. So this is important, because obviously we're sending information back and forth. And the path, I'm just going to change it to chat or something like that, right? And as you can see right here, the URL now changed. And if you hover over it, it says click copy webhook URLs. I'm going to click on copy. There you go, URL copied. So I'm going to go ahead and come back here and then paste it right here. There you go, that's all I need. So I'm going to press enter. And now this is going to initiate the building of our front end. And as you can see, it says working on it, and then it's going to start to create the front end for us. All right, there you go. So on the left-hand side, as you can see, it says, let's go. I'm about to craft an incredible AI-powered career coaching web app for you, right? And it's going to list all these things. So let's go ahead and take a look at this long prompt that I created. Obviously, you don't have to use this prompt. You can use ChatGPT, whatever SaaS product you're building. You can take a screenshot of it. Like, for example, you can take a screenshot of this, put them in ChatGPT or Claude and say, hey, I'm trying to build this particular front end. Give me the prompt for hosting or horizons, or give me the prompt for hosting or horizons website builder, and it should come up with a prompt for you. I mean, obviously I've spent a lot of time refining this prompt, so this might be a little better, but you can use screenshots of this, or if you're part of my community, or if you want to join the community, you can check out the vibe coding course that I have there for you if you want to learn how to build step-by-step these things. All right, so as you can see right here, the first thing I'm doing is I'm saying create a modern, elegant career coaching web app with a clean and warm UI inspired by Coach Hello AI, right? I'm presenting this to it. Key features, right? You want to give it some features. I'm saying full screen landing page with a soft gradient background, a hero section with bold text, and all additional details as far as the different styles is concerned. And I'm telling it how it works. User input. User enters a career goal, right? A skill they want to develop or industry they're interested in. And then that information is sent via webhook to the backend. And as you can see right here, this is where now I added that webhook from our n8n backend. So that's why I want to make sure that it's saying webhook communication with n8n occurs in this particular webhook URL. And you want to make sure that you're using your own webhook URL as well, just like we saw there. All right, so then afterwards, I'm just giving it a bunch of additional information on kind of the look and feel. Like I said, you don't have to follow this. You can just do your own if you want to. But there you go. As you can see right here, it built this really nice landing page right here. And now I can actually further refine this. So let's say I want to add the top portion right here, just like this. I'm literally going to take a screenshot, and I'm just going to say, let's go back here. Take that screenshot, upload it here, right? And I'm just going to say, all right, so I'm just going to say, please add the attached header information as shown in the screenshot or something like that again. So I'm just going to press enter. And now this is going to take that screenshot, the content of this screenshot, which basically was this right here, the header right here, and it's going to add it there. Okay, so let's go ahead and let this thing work. While this is working, let me minimize this. So the webhook right here, this is all set. And in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and test this out to make sure that the communication is going properly between our front end and horizons and back end to our n8n. Okay, so let's go ahead and let this thing finish. Okay, perfect. There you go, right? So we got that nice top header right here, and everything looks great. So now if I want to have a full view of this, all I have to do is come right here, click on open preview in new tab, and this is going to actually show me the entire website. It's going to show me the entire preview of the website. I mean, it's very beautiful. As you can see, it's very close to this Coach Hello's platform, and that's where, like I said, it just makes it a lot easier for you to get started, at least from the idea perspective. Okay. So now that this is good to go, let's go ahead and test and make sure that this is communicating back and forth between our horizon there. So if I minimize this, I'm going to click on Start Your Journey. There you go. I've got this nice little chat interface. So I'm going to click on Execute Workflow. And it might not work the first time, but that's a good thing about hosting your horizons and these vibe coding platforms. You can always go back and forth and fix things, right? So I'm just going to say hello to make sure that the information is being sent. And it's oh, perfect. There, it actually worked the first time. All right. So as you can see right here in the webhook, we receive the information from the front end. So let me minimize this a little bit because this is too big. There you go. So it should be in the body, and perfect, right? In the body of the message, it says hello, right? So now we have our communication properly established between our n8n backend and our front end right here. So now the next step is like we want to make sure that we're adding additional AI agents. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring over the n8n AI agent here from my community, and then I will show you how it's built. So that way you can either build your own, or I'm going to show you node by node what's there. So that way you can just copy it. So I'm just going to come here to the Vibe Coder, and I'm going to go to this clone SaaS product. Scroll to the bottom, and we have this n8n blueprint. I'm just going to download this. Go back here and come here, import from file, grab that. There you go. Perfect. So now all of this got imported. The only thing I'm going to do is just now I'm going to delete this part, get rid of this webhook, and then just attach this one. So that way I am good to go here. One more thing I'm going to change it because now we're sending this information back to the response to webhook. So you want to make sure you're changing the webhook here from respond immediately to using respond to webhook node. Everything else is completely fine. Okay. So now we have our n8n AI agent attached here. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this. So now that everything is attached, let me actually go ahead and quickly show you what else to do here. So I'm just going to execute the workflow here and then go ahead and send another information. I want to switch careers to AI. Okay, I'm going to send that, and there you go. Now that information is being sent. So now this is going to give an error because obviously you need to make sure that you're changing a few things. First of all, let's go ahead and change a few things to fix these errors. So I'm going to go inside the AI agent. One thing is you want to make sure that you're changing this particular, whoops, let me bring this over here. There you go. So the prompt is coming in from our webhook here. So you're just going to click on this webhook, and on the bottom right here, the message. So you're just going to delete this. Okay. And you're just going to drag this particular message right here. There you go. So now you see the result comes through. That's good. Another important thing on the memory, you're going to go ahead and also click on mapping, click on webhook, and I'm just going to grab this IP right here, because technically this should be a session ID, but this works as well. And the reason why we're doing this is to make sure that we can give it a memory, so that way the front end, when you're chatting with this AI agent, it has the ability to remember your past interactions. Okay. So another thing is also we want to, so let me go ahead and actually pin this so I can finish this off in case there's any additional errors. So there you go, that goes through, perfect. I used it, and there you go. Okay. Now another thing is you're gonna come here and you're gonna click on JSON, you're gonna click on copy, okay, and then you're gonna go back to the front end, and I'm gonna say, all right, so I just said, please display the response and the front ends that's coming in from n8n's AI agent to the webhook, and display the JSON payload as follows. And that was the JSON that I copied, right? I'm just going to press enter. So what this is going to do is, and this is the last step here as far as the communication, this is going to basically make sure that the communication goes back and forth easily, or it's properly done from the front end to our back end. And once this step is done, in the meantime, I'm going to actually show you what the back end looks like, and then we're going to go ahead and deploy this. So let me show you exactly what happens here. So when the information comes in through our webhook right here, right? This is the information that's coming in. I want to switch careers to AI. So the next step, this request, this is basically a basic LLM chain. What's happening here is in the message, we're just classifying the incoming message either as 4 possible outputs. Either it's a general question, conversation, request involving code, reasoning about such. Reasoning, it's a request that's a step-by-step logical thinking, a coding, a search, and we're saying that classify this in one of these particular folders. And this is where you can change this yourself if you want to add additional ones. As you can see, so this is classifying this request as general, which is just a general request, right? So now, and then this is using a output parser, and we're just basically saying only output this request type, and we're using an OpenAI chat model. The next step is now that this request that's from the user that's coming in has gotten classified as one of these 4 different request types. The next step, we're adding our AI agent, and this AI agent has a very simple functionality. We're obviously using that prompt, we're dragging it from our webhook body right here, right? That's our prompt, our user message. And then the system message, I'm just saying, make sure your response is limited to 500 characters only, right? That's all I'm telling this to do, because what I'm doing is I'm attaching a model selector as my chat model, because I want to add multiple models. This is an n8n node that you can add to your AI agent, and it has model 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm saying basically that this request type, so I'm just dragging this here, needs to equal to coding, reasoning, general, or search. And those are the 4 different types that our basic LLM chain was able to basically classify. So once that's done, now we have attached these different models, and now this is going to classify that and use the proper model to send the response to the front end. So that's all we have to do. And as you can see now, we have this particular front end setup, and everything is good to go. So now you have full access to the backend AI agent, and now your front end is fully ready to go. So now let's go ahead and test this again. So I'm just going to say, let me actually minimize this, or sorry, put this on the side. Go, execute workflow. So I'm just going to say, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let me unpin this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and listen for this, send something. Hello, how are you? So now this is going to send that information. There you go. Now this is going to request type, perfect. And hello, I'm doing great. So now it looks like our, and then backend AI agent is connected to our front end, and this is ready to go. All right, so now let's go ahead and switch to our front end. By the way, you don't have to build the backend AI agent just like I did. You can easily build just attach a normal AI agent. So that way you can just, depending on what your use case is. All right, so now let's go ahead and deploy this. So if I refresh the page, now we have everything set up here. Now feel free to add additional features if you want to add additional pages or anything else to make this SaaS even more powerful depending on what you're building. Okay, so once you have everything, and the way to do that is obviously if you want to add additional pages, you can literally just type here, right? It's like, hey, I want to add a contact page, right? Or I want to add some additional feature. You can always use this upload image, the screenshot. So if you want to take screenshots of other, pages of this particular SaaS, for example, you can easily add that to your message here, so that way it has a reference. Or if you don't like the look and feel of it, or if something is not working. Another great thing about this is that this particular section right here, Ask Cody. So Cody is the AI assistant for Hostinger. What this does is it just gives you the ability to go back and forth. If you're stuck somewhere, or if you want to kind of run something by this agent, then you can have that question go back and forth. And another thing is, if you run into any kind of issues, then this gives you, Hostinger Horizon gives you the option to say, ask Cody, and Cody will basically fix the error, which makes life a lot easier. All right, so afterwards, so let's go ahead and now click on publish. But before we do that, actually, I want to talk a little bit about the integration here. So you have access to Supabase. If you want to have like user signups, logins, and data storage, you can connect this to your Supabase. Another huge advantage of Horizons is the fact that you have an online store. So if you want to add and connect your online store, you could do this. And this is, if you're building some kind of an e-commerce, this is where this comes. This becomes a huge added bonus here. And you also have analytics here. So if you want to, once you publish your website, you can come back and take a look at the analytics here. Another important thing is the concept of adding your Stripe. So if you click on the Stripe here, this will show you exactly step by step how to connect your Stripe if you want to start taking payments on your website. And I'm planning to do more in the future on this. So, but now I don't want to make this video like 2 hours long. All right. So, and there's, if any kind of other integration, you can always click on the share request, but this gives you the different options to make sure you have a complete website here. All right, so now in order to publish this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on publish here. So what this is going to do is now this says publishing, and this is going to publish this in a temporary Hostinger Horizon kind of like domain. Here you go. As you can see right here, you can visit the site in this particular domain. However, if you want to connect your own domain, and this is where things get pretty exciting, right? Because now you can actually build a live website. So if I'm going to click on get domain, so now you have the option to actually look for a domain. So let's do, I'm just going to look for Coach. Okay, so Coach AI, I have options like coachai.cloud and the different options that are available. Or if you want to connect an existing domain, if you already have a domain that you want to connect, you can always go ahead and do that. So let me go back here. Let me quickly go to publish. And now I'm going to try to add my own domain. So let's say you have an existing domain that you have bought through GoDaddy or Namecheap or whatever domain that you have access to. So I'm just going to click on get domain here. And this time, if I search for, let's say, coachai.com, right? Or something like that. So now what this is going to do, it says coachai.com. Do you own this domain, right? If I click on do I own this domain? So now what this is going to do, actually coachai.com is probably a pretty crazy one. Let me actually go to Namecheap. So I'm just going to go to my account here, dashboard. Just going to sign in so that way I can show you exactly. So I have this AI workshop.online, okay, that's expired already, but that's fine. I'm just going to basically copy this and go back to my, oops, that's not it. Where'd it go? All right, here. So I'm just going to paste this, and what this is going to do, same thing, is just going to say, do you own this domain? And I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to select that option. So I'm going to click on next, and this says domain added to your website, right? So I'm going to click on continue. And now what this is going to do is this is going to actually publish this website into that particular domain, right? So if I click on publish website, now what this is going to do, this is going to show me that this particular website has been published in that domain. There you go. Right here, it says aiworkshop.online, visit site, right? So if I click on visit site, this is just going to open that particular domain. Obviously, that website is not live, but the way to add this, so here's another great thing. So this is going to automatically send you an email. And there you go. So as you can see right here, I have this email that says connect aiworkshop.online to your website. So the only thing you need to do is log into your domain provider's account, go to your domains management page and find the name servers. After you do, all you have to do is add these two particular name servers. So I'm just going to copy this, go to my Namecheap, right? So I'm just going to go and manage. And by the way, if you're using GoDaddy or something others, this is basically the same thing, right? So you're going to come to name servers. You're going to come here and click on custom DNS, and all I'm doing is now adding these two domains. Okay, sorry, these name servers. So I'm just gonna paste this. There you go, perfect. All right, so that's all I have to do here. That's literally the last step to basically completely go live here. So again, same thing. This will send you an email, or you can go to your Hostinger dashboard. So if I go back here and I go to the left-hand side here, I'm going to click on Hostinger dashboard. What this is going to do, this is going to bring you to your Hostinger dashboard. And as you can see, these are all the different domains and things that I've created. Actually, my entire website for my own AI workshop, AI agency, is built on Hostinger Horizons, and I'm using it. So as you can see right here, aiworkshop.online, it says domain is not connected. So you can always do it from here as well. But the great thing is, like I said, I just like that they send you an email already with these two name servers. So then all you have to do is just click on this, click on save, and you're pretty much done. This is just going to take around 24 hours or something for it to go online, and then now you have your website online on that particular website. The reason why it's saying oops, something went wrong is because, like I said, that particular domain of mine has already expired. But anyway, so that's how you can get everything online. Now, again, this particular website is fully online on your own domain, on your own website, where now you can start to test this and get it in front of users and keep tweaking it. And you can always come back, and if you want to change something, you can literally just change it here, click on publish again, and those updates will be automatically published to that particular domain again. So super simple, very easy to use. Like I said, on my own website, so my own AI workshop website is hosted on that particular domain. So oops, that's my community. Let me go ahead and actually show you this particular website of mine, which is for my AI agency. As you can see right here, I have built it all using Hostinger Horizon, including like adding additional kind of features here, like this background that's kind of moving. So it's really cool. You can do a lot. And I spend a lot of time kind of like back and forth with Horizons, but it's really responsive. So you can create really cool websites. So feel free to check that out. Again, if you're interested in learning more about vibe coding, you can check out the community. I'm going to put the link in the description. I have an entire vibe coding class where we'll show you exactly how to get everything up and running, especially with Horizon, since they're our main channel sponsor. And obviously we have our n8n for beginners course if you are new to n8n, and then also we show you how to launch your AI agency so you can start working with clients if you want to offer this as a service to clients. So make sure you check out the community. We have people from all over the world that you can sync up with, all interested in building AI agents. I'll put the link in the description. Hopefully I'll see you inside. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, or if you want to build something, want me to build something else with Hostinger Horizons. Like I said, I'll be doing more content with this. So feel free to play around with it and let me know if you run into kind of issues. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.